Sportsbit is powered by BetOnline, driving the opening odds market since 2001. Visit sportsbookreview.com to learn more about BetOnline and its A+ rated platform in the link below.
Tuesday, January 16th, recorded live in Las Vegas. This is Teddy Covers with Sportsbit, betting insight today from SBRpicks.com. Let's get right into it. To quote the late, great Keith Jackson, whoa, Nelly, last night was a night for the ages for the sportsbooks. We're talking bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books, all over the place. But first, top of the show, we have to make a retraction. We make an error. Very important we get the facts right. On yesterday's show, we talked about Duke as one of the best NCAA offenses over the last decade. In fact, I had them as the number one NCAA offense of the last decade. Unfortunately, I inadvertently left out the 2015 season. So here's the proper top five list over the last decade. Duke's number two, not number one. Blue Devils, however, did get the winning cover in Miami last night. Important to get the facts right. We make an error, we correct it here on Sportsbit. This graphic shows you where we screwed up yesterday. All right, bad beat. Well, we got to talk about Miami and Duke. That was a bad beat. If you had the Canes, you say, maybe not. Yeah. Miami's up 13. They're plus 4.5. Nothing but Duke money in that ball game. Bet from 3 up to 4.5. Well, Duke's down by 13 at the 8-minute mark. They end the game on a 30-9 run. Look at the tweet from ESPN Stats and Info. Coach K with the smiles. Miami backers miserable. Tough beat. The Hurricanes plus the point. The points. You can call this a bad beat and a bad bet. That's the Cavs Warriors. Look, that total got bet up 230.5 all the way up to 234. And the game's 37-35 after one. That's supposed to be in the bank. When you're on pace for 288 after the first quarter in the NBA, you don't lose many overbets in that instance. But lost one last night. The Cavs' fourth quarter brickfest. What were they? 2 of 19 to open the fourth quarter. There's no over in the bank. Or when the total's 230 as well. And when you're the guy that's betting the over 233.5 after the three-point line move, pushing up to 234, sorry, that's a bad bet. Warriors, dominant second half, outscore Cleveland 61-44 and get the job done on the defensive end. Bad bet. Hey, the Rockets were a bad bet last night. They were better from 2.5 up to 4.5 against the Clips. They lost that game straight up fashion, 113-102, double-digit defeat. Didn't matter. No DeAndre Jordan. Chris Paul returning home. None of that mattered. Houston took the money. The Clips played well. And then after the game, nothing but shenanigans. Look at the tweet from Wojo. Houston Rockets players James Harden, Trevor Ariza, and Gerald Green pushed into the Clippers locker room post-game looking to confront Austin Rivers. Rivers didn't even play. Rivers was just on the bench yapping all night. The league sources tell ESPN. Security escorted the Rockets out before anything turned physical. I'm looking forward to the next time these two teams met. Meanwhile, from last night's affair, clearly a bad bet if you laid it with Houston. And even worse, if you laid it with Houston at a bad number. A couple of bad bets from college hoops to talk about. Butler. +1 to -2 against Providence. They lost that game by double digits. Man, pay attention to the Friars right now. Bettors have been a step behind the last couple of contests. They're healthy again. 3-0 straight up, 3-0 against the spread. They beat the spread by more than 11 points per game in those three contests. Providence. The Friars could be on the verge of a little run. And, this is kind of a bad beat. West Virginia -4.5 to -6 against Kansas. They dominated. First half was blowout city, and second half was a very different story. Jayhawks come back to win 71-66. I didn't call this a bad beat because it was just first half dominance. Plenty of teams have first half dominance. The second half in this game was all Jayhawks, ESPN Stats and Info. Kansas trailed by as many as 16 points tonight against West Virginia. Sound familiar? In their last meeting on February 13th, 2017, West Virginia had a 14-point lead with 2 minutes and 58 seconds left. Kansas rallied to win the game in OT. The Mountaineers having a hard time finishing off the Jayhawks. Impressive comeback win on the road for Kansas last night. Ended up being bad bet and a good result for the house. Another good result for the house and bad bet. Bettors were, all over Oklahoma State against Baylor. Cowboys from +6 down to +4.5. They lost the game by 16. Bears get the win. Bears get the money. Bettors got that one wrong. And we got one bad for the books worth talking about. Knicks Nets. That game opened 208.5. Got bet all the way up to 211.5. It fell 223. That was West Side Story on MLK Day in New York City. 73 free throw attempts, 55 of them made. That helped that game fly over the total. But the books got it back. Heavy Nets money. This game opened the lowest pick'em. Closed as high as -4 at some books. Michael Beasley, 5th time in January that he's had at least 18-9, 20-10 last night. 9th year in the league. The guy's finally earning some playing time, even if it's not for a contender. Big game breakdowns coming up. One from the association, one from the college ranks, plus deep dive with BetOnline's Dave Mason coming up next, right here on SportsBet.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.